All right. Oh, and here we are. We are streaming. Okay, I better drop this voice, actually, before everyone starts thinking I'm some crazy Nazi mad scientist.
Would you like to come into my laboratory?
Oh, dear Lord, help us all.
Hey, I can justify that. I do have German ancestry.
Yes, so do I. Anyhow, hi, everybody. We're.
I'm gonna save the racist joke for next time.
How about for never? 'Cause we're not that type of people. We're good Christian folk.
Uh,
Okay, moving on. Hi, everyone. Roulette Productions here. Uh, it's been a while since we've done anything because I've been sick. He's been working on the railroad all the live long day.
Working, adjusting to living by myself in an apartment for the first time in my life. Uh, Working, being a lazy piece of shit that won't do his own separate video reviews. But at least I did write a few reviews on the site. I'm still writing.
Yeah, you're doing better than, you know, doing better than most.
Yeah. And at least what I'm writing has some sort of basis in reality.
Hold on, what's.
Unlike one person we know.
Hold on, reality, what's that shit?
Uh, it's that thing that interrupts your video game time.
The vidya.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interrupting the vidya.
I admit I I have recently decided to go total nostalgia
Have you?
since I have a legally purchased digital download copy on my Nintendo console of choice. I have been going back and for the first time in several years playing Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. And damn does that game hold up.
Huh. Does it now?
You say that like you never played it to be the first time to begin with.
Well, I have, but
You haven't gone back to see how it stands up?
not in a while, no.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I've wanted to go back and everything, but
Yeah, well, see, I have that problem with my queue of old games I never played the first time that I did eventually buy. It's like, I should play this. I should. Let me boot this system up. Oh, shit, I forgot I got Mario RPG on here. Maybe just for tonight, I'll just play the opening couple hours. Just and
yeah.
then you start playing a game like that, and it's like, oh motherfuck! Now I gotta finish it because God, this game is just fun. So I kind of trapped myself on this one.
That sounds about right. Uh, y- At least you're not doing yourself like DJ Khaled, where you're like, yeah, you just played to yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. But the big question is,
There's a big question.
are we gonna pay a couple people to pretend to attack us so that we can country is all against us because apparently we don't get paid enough.
Let's go ahead and talk about the big racist.
Technically, that is still a developing story, and I prefer to wait until the story is done
Right.
to you know just because that's an intelligent way to do things. Make sure you have all the facts before judgment.
Hold
But I
on.
think we have enough to say that how is it supposed to be pronounced? Jussie, Jussie,
Jesse.
Jussie. Yeah, that he's pretty much the douchebag of 2019. Like I really don't perceive how anybody can get worse than that.
The year is still young. That's how.
I mean, just like I need him to have a better reason for pulling all that shit than yeah, I wanted a raise on my on the show I work on.
Yeah, it's like I want to start a new racial controversy because I'm not satisfied with my paycheck. No, no, no. You don't do that crap.
Yeah. But he is not the main focus of our discussion. And
Oh,
as I
thank
said, I
God.
do want to wait until the full public disclosure of everything he did in the process of pulling this scheme off, because that's the only thing you can call it, a scheme.
Yeah, that is what you can call it.
Yeah, but before we go on an epic rant against him, would you like to introduce our victim of the night?
I would, but then I've got to, formulate some cockamamie theory. Oh, wait. Did I just give it away? Is it a theory?
It's not just a theory. It's a douchebag theory.
It's a pretty lame theory. Matthew Patrick, the man who calls himself the game theorist.
Or Matt Pat for short.
Yeah, Matt Pat. Eh. If we must. Okay. Good old Matt Pat. What can we say about him that an entire thread on QE Farms hasn't?
Well, again, because as people who tend to read my reviews on our previously mentioned website may have come up, I try to be fairly balanced. So let's lay things out. In the beginning of his channel's existence, he had a great idea.
Yeah.
And in his earliest era of episodes, and we're perfectly fine. It was very basic stuff like, okay, hey, how tall is Mario in all actuality? It's
Right.
like, okay, well, let's apply some math to it. It's like, okay, your initial data point is a bit of an assumption, but the fact the rest of your math is actually perfectly good as far as setting up your formulas and comparative geometry. Sure, I mean it's as good an answer as we're probably ever going to get because nobody Nintendo's that OCD to make a cannon height, and half of what they try to say to establish this fact gets misinterpreted by the SJW patrol anyway. So yeah,
Right.
but and again that was good. His initial spin-off series of Gaja and Goomba was good. I thoroughly enjoyed his breakdown of what actual nationality cultural variant of belly dancing that Shantae from the
Yeah.
Shantae Half Genie Hero series.
And also, don't forget, Dave.
Because
Guy.
belly dancing is actually a very complex,
Yeah.
hard thing. It's like saying martial arts is it's not just one thing.
Oh, and by the
Sorry,
way,
you were.
Dave. Gaijin Goomba, for those that might get confused, Gaijin Goomba and Matt Pat are two different people. Gaijin Goomba is Mike Sunman. Yeah, they are.
But it is on the same channel, and that's what
Oh
I'm
yeah, oh yeah,
saying. Matt Pat did host this video series and did allow Mike to do his own thing, which is a positive in Matt Pat's checklist. Let's go ahead and do the couple positives.
oh yeah.
But then people noticed his videos, views went up, subscriptions went up. Matt Pat started trying to pander to the lowest common denominator on YouTube, which is kind of like saying I'm gonna try to have the most shocking art on DeviantArt.
Yeah. But
Or say the most culturally inappropriate thing on 4chan.
that is a constant one-up contest.
And it is guaranteed to
Turn out bad.
pull out some old school Star Wars and have you referred to a hive of scum and villainy.
Yep. Yeah. But yeah, what you're right. When he first started, everything was great. He he had a great concept. It was like you said, how tall is Mario? How does this work? Do these actually work in science? That type of deal.
Um, yeah, there was another pretty decent one. It was
Yeah.
I'm trying to rose oh yeah, how deadly are the huge bullet bills from Mario World?
Oh yeah.
And the fact he compared it to the standard size bullet bill, it's like, okay, that was, again, there was some data assumption in the beginning that could be debated, but the basic math formulas were solid, so it made for inoffensive viewing.
Yeah. But yeah,
And then, yeah, you were saying, yeah, things happened.
things did happen. Now, just so everyone knows, as far as Kiwi Farms paying attention to Matt Pat, that's probably going to be around, ironically enough, Christmas time of 2017. How would you like that? Merry Christmas, Matthew. You're on a cyberbullying site.
Now, for reference, folks, while I do consider many of the threads on Kiwi Farms to be amusing in a Schadenfreude way,
Yeah, yeah.
I am not officially endorsing everything that is put up on the website.
No, no. In fact, we're going to say, hey.
Because some of the Kiwi farmers themselves get a little too into what they're doing. But at its core, with a little bit of raking through the leaves, you can find a core of good research.
Just remember, kids, it is weaponized and concentrated autism, as they like to say.
Yep.
Do with it what you will. But yeah, Dave is right. We don't endorse anything they do or say, so buyer beware. But yeah, they get this theory, and there is no one definite way on how to, you know, tack Matt Pat as a lol cow. They didn't have a way. They were just like, he's kind of a failed lol cow. We've tried to do this, you know. And yeah.
Yeah.
They went through his exploits because Matt forgets to do something. Something important. Would you like to guess what it is? You know. What's an important thing if you get written content that's not yours?
Legal clearance.
Well, that's one. That's an important one. Also, you probably should credit the writers, right? Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, if the idea doesn't come from your own brain, you probably should admit that.
And then three, if you borrowed someone's works, you might want to give them a hat tip, push their page, you know. You get the idea. But Matthew went the opposite direction, labeled everyone a hater. That, you know, doesn't agree with his, you know, point of view.
Yeah. He's had an interesting history when it deals with the criticisms that can pop up about his videos.
But here's where we first get into Matt's little issues with credit. Zelda Informer. You remember them?
Yes.
Yes, any Zelda fan worth their salt knows exactly who the Zelda Informer is. So, you know the Kubler-Ross model, the 5 stages of grief?
Yes. I'm
Y-
familiar with them.
yeah. You remember game theory. Is Link dead in Majora's Mask? You remember that one, right?
Yes, one of the things that I absolutely despise.
Now,
Mostly
say,
because, yeah, if you, like, seriously, how
yeah.
fucking drunk do you have to be to not understand the opening sequence of Majora's Mask
Well,
and how it factors into ongoing concepts in Zelda, which is steeped in mysticism?
then I guess you can further get angry when you realize that he ripped that off from Zelda Informer.
I did at the initial time because, yes, I came up on the video and I.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? I've heard this elsewhere on the internet from before the timestamp on this video.
Yeah. And also, Matt did an initial film theory, Poppy's Conspiracy. Oh yeah, I forgot about that site. Film theory.
Yeah, basically everything that's god awful about game theory, but
Yeah.
with all your favorite movies, in case he hasn't raped enough of your hobbies.
Yeah, he ripped that one off too. I know. Yeah, he ripped off an analysis.
You're gonna have to handle that one because
Basically,
film
yeah.
theories, I was so disgusted with his game theory content, I refused to ever look at that channel.
Oh, don't worry. It's not nothing much, but basically he ripped off a movie analysis from Nick Nocturne, you know, The Night Mind. Exact same
Yes,
review.
except probably a little more spurgy.
Pretty much.
Yeah. But yes, as we've kind of danced around it, but ultimately where his channel went wrong and where he has gone wrong is that his reviews started getting less mathematical and less about what anybody can clearly see in a game. Like, okay, yes, Mario, after eating the mushroom, is this many pixels tall, which we know comparatively makes him this many, this much bigger than a Goomba.
Mm-hmm.
So let's continue to extrapolate from there. And basically became him obsessing about how many different fan fiction headcanons he could write, completely subverting and perverting everybody's favorite video games. To the point where a man who, as a game creator, I have pretty much completely disowned as having any human decency, has even called him out for his theories being completely,
Yeah.
you have your head up your ass.
Oh, yeah.
But do you know which one this is, my partner?
He's been told that so many times that I can't
It
even
is,
bother to guess.
uh, well, considering there's very few creators that I just completely disown because the way they handle distributing their content, uh, this would be Mr. Cawthorn of the Five Nights franchise.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the one where he released like 4 games within a year because, and once you get through the first 2, you realize, yeah, any decent programmer and business person would have admitted this is just one game that we're just choosing to release in a what Telltale call them, episode format.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, his storylines got more convoluted and idiotic as his games went on. But I'm pretty sure Cawthorn himself has lost the plot of his franchise at this point.
Pretty much. So,
But yeah, when even he has to sit there and go,
dude, what the fuck?
"Fuck, dude! Like, where did you get that from?" Guy
Uh,
who lives and dies business wise by people having to make up fan theories to try and make sense of his games. It's like, your fan theory's idiotic. You've got problems.
mm-hmm.
But but yes, a few other creators have put him on blast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um because his stuff, like, just literally, it seems every video gets more asinine as it goes along. Let's see, what was I can't remember the details, mostly because just reading the title, I refuse to watch the video. But I think it was going back to the classic Super Nintendo game Chrono Trigger,
Oh, yeah.
and I think it was something like he was trying to claim like the entire game was basically trying to teach you the tenets of one of the Eastern religions. And I'm like, no, anybody who plays the game through even once clearly sees that the story is a variant of the Gaia theory.
It is.
The Earth itself is actually sentient and alive, and it was trying to purge Lavos as a infection.
Which it was.
Yes, like it's 90% spelled out in the game. Yes, I did a little interpretation because I had already heard of that theory before playing that game. But I didn't have to make too big a leap.
No. And by the way, for those that are wondering which game series actually does follow Eastern philosophy, including the 101 stars, go look up the Suikoden series, which I'm sure is way too complicated for Mr. Patrick.
Yes. Oh, and let's not forget, even though there's some interesting aspects of what is and isn't actually part of the series due to American renaming of games to try and play off something's popularity. Um, yeah, several games in a franchise with the word mana all over it,
Huh.
which mana is kind of an Eastern mysticism concept.
Uh huh.
So your games that are all about mana
Uh huh.
might be Eastern mysticism.
You just went Valley Girl on me there. You realize that, right?
Yes, because his level of intelligence is roughly equivalent to Julie Brown, or at
Holy
least the character
shit.
she played on TV.
Fun.
Because I'm blonde, I don't have to think.
Yeah.
I will save the rest of the world for me doing that on karaoke on the show. They can look the rest of the song up from there.
But yeah. But basically, Matt Pat has become like every other YouTuber that's gotten some success. I said some.
Except our buddy James Rolfe. He is the bastion of glory,
You think?
which was one of Matt's greatest Spurg moments. If you sit through
Oh.
the video where he passive aggressively tried to put the AVGN character on blast.
Saying that he might just be secretly a serial killer? More or less?
And busting on the varying special effects Rolfe is used as a legit filmmaker, claim that he has a extremely disturbed digestive system.
Huh.
Yes, the varying kinds of poop that AVGN has literally shat out during his series. Yeah, that video. It was like, okay, I get that you're gonna tell everybody, hey, we're all friends on YouTube, and you know it's all in good fun. But no, that was some passive aggressive bullshit. Because
Yeah.
Rolf's been doing this about twice as long as you, and he didn't have to completely redesign his channel's concept to keep it popular.
I did tell you what today's most recent video is, right?
I believe it was before the recording, so let's go ahead and clue the audience in.
Today's game theory. All games are connected.
I'm sorry, that is only applicable if it involves Tommy Westenfall.
Or Tommy Wiseau.
No, because we're not dealing with the room.
Oh, come on.
Remember, 90% of TV is all in the head of an autistic child. And the best of all, the
yeah.
Tommyverse continues to grow.
So far, yes.
Because we're still getting spin-offs of shows that cross over and spin-off. We're going to have to do a whole episode on the Tommyverse later. It is legitimately an example of what happens when one show tries to be overly artistic and cute with a swerve ending without comprehending how that would screw with continuity.
Thank you, Dwayne McDuffie. If you're wondering that, the late Dwayne McDuffie is the guy who created the Tommy Westfall theory. Or the hypothesis. You
Wait,
get the
is
idea.
he the college student?
No, he's the comic book writer and wrote Static
Right.
Shock.
That's what I'm saying. It all started. That was a
Or,
college student's
oh, no.
thesis paper. They got an A for and then like put it online.
No. I'm sorry. Yeah. No, yeah, this is the guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the
Yeah, he.
final episode of Saint Elsewhere is what started it all.
Yeah, no. He is the guy that created the theory. This is the college student, Dwayne McDuffie.
Oh shit! I forgot that part.
Yeah.
I know he went on to do stuff. I forgot it was Dwayne.
Yeah.
God, that guy was a genius.
And he also did create Static Shock, and he wrote. And he did write and produce Justice League Unlimited and Ben 10.
Yes, along with Bruce Timm.
Uh-huh. But,
God, I miss Dwayne.
yeah. Taken from us 8 years too early, he did die from emergency heart surgery. No, doctors didn't kill him. It was just too much.
Explain why Ben 10 went so off the rails and they eventually complete reboot.
But no, folks. Just so you don't know, the doctors didn't kill him. They had some complications. Heart surgery is a tricky thing, and that's under good conditions. Just
Also,
imagine less than ideal.
Before doing that television work, Dwayne McDuffie did work at Marvel.
Oh yeah,
including creating the concept of damage control, which has been referenced in the MCU.
a lot.
Well, it was a major component of Spider-Man Homecoming's backstory for Vulture, and I think they referenced it on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. a couple times. But yes, damage control, for people who don't follow the MCU or the comics, answers the question of what happens after all these city-wrecking superhero battles. There is literally a company that only exists to rebuild stuff and better and stronger so that the people of New York can hopefully get back to life as soon as possible after their skyscraper was knocked down by the Juggernaut.
Pretty much. But let's get back. All right.
Sorry, but I just,
No.
when I realized he made damage control real quick, I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, that is like, seriously, one of the most hilarious and appropriate, tertiary organizations in comic books.
Oh, and the writer of St. Elsewhere, Tom Fontana, who also wrote Homicide: Life on the Street and HBO's Oz. He's like, someone did do the math once, and something like 90% of all American television took place in Tommy Westfall's mind.
All because he tried to get cute with the ending of St. Elsewhere.
Pretty much. But
yes, that's the problem. Yes, we're amazingly going to tie it all back to busting on Matt Pat.
And also, Dwayne's not the only one who wrote that paper. The current Marshall Weinberg Professor of Philosophy at the University of Michigan, Brian Weatherson, he wrote the what was his 6 objections to the Tommy Westfall hypothesis? Oh yeah. Someone did challenge it.
I have not read that one. I'm going to have to look it up. I know there has been people debating the theory.
Oh yeah.
But I'll have to read that one later on as research. But here's where we're going to tie it all back, folks. Despite the fact that, yes, as we said, people will debate the Tommy Westfall theory. The fact that it does continue to be debated back and forth, despite McDuffie's passing several years ago.
Oh, yeah.
is proof that it was a well done theory. It was based in really good logic.
Or right now, it's still a hypothesis. It could become a theory. Who knows? But yeah.
Well,
Eh,
for the sake of tying things back around,
oh
because
yeah, yeah. Well, which a lot
clearly
of
MatPat is abusing the hell out of the term theory.
yeah,
Yes,
because everything that he does is pretty much a hypothesis, not a theory.
exactly. But that's the whole point. Is that is a good discussion point, claiming that Ro- Rosalina is the time traveling via black hole. Seriously, Brian Recht is going to anally violate you for fucking with astrophysics like this. Shenanigans. Yeah, you know who I referenced there.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of YouTube celebrities.
Yep.
Um, Thus, Rosalina must be the daughter of Peach.
Right.
Or maybe Luigi and Peach. Yes, I totally gave spoilers.
Oh, I know. It's just
Yeah, that was the two-part video that broke me. I've refused to click on anything on his channel since. The others were infuriating, but that one broke me.
oh yeah, I can imagine. All right, here's the another. Well, yeah, let's tie it back together, folks. Nice, neat, with a clean package.
MatPat has devolved to the point that he literally is just throwing out fan fiction headcanon and is so uncaring that it's so unimaginative and idiotic that he has even been documented explaining to people that tried to get work with him just for the sake of jump starting their career, because
Right, right.
he does have the subscribers,
He does.
telling them, oh yeah, no, yeah, make up whatever theory you want, and
Throw it against
no,
the wall, see if it sticks.
no, not even that. Make up whatever you want, and yeah, by the way, you only need really like 2 or 3 frames in this video game to justify your theory. Feel free to ignore anything else in the game that doesn't back your theory up.
Mm-hmm.
How many logic thinking based education courses would consider that proper train of thought and good logic?
Yeah. But
I'm sorry. Is it so many that you're still counting, or
yeah,
are you trying to find an answer more zero than zero?
I'm trying to find an answer, but it would create a black hole because I'm trying to divide by 0.
But according to MatPat, that means you could be your own grandpa
Oh, brother.
because you went through a black hole.
Right
Yes,
then.
Yes, Rosalina had a tragic backstory. Yes, there was unanswered questions about her parentage, which was referenced. That yes, she had parents that were somebody in some universe and kingdom. But granted, while I did not intimately play Mario Galaxy myself, I have read summaries from several different websites on the game and Rosalina's backstory. Unlike Peach, I'm pretty sure her reference of Princess is an honorary one because she is doing her damnedest to safeguard the galaxy.
Yeah.
Didn't they kind of make that pretty plain in the plot point of Mario Galaxy? Oh, wait, that's right. He doesn't actually look at anything that contradicts his head canon.
But,
That's how we end up with stories about Mary Sue's.
but Dave, that's just a theory.
Oh, yes, let's not forget his great cop out at the end of all these videos.
Yeah.
But it's just a theory. Yeah, the problem is, numbnuts, you also sit there and do nothing to discourage your fan base from being even more of a jackass than you are.
Oh, you
And
mean
they
like the
go
one
all over.
douchebag? That one douchebag that begged him for help on a senior thesis? Oh, that was some top kick.
Well, no. I'm thinking of the multitudes who troll every other gaming based YouTube channel and with his theories. Oh my god, they're playing a Mario game. Let's discuss every Mario theory MatPat has ever made in the contents, even though it has jack shit all to do with what was being discussed in this video. And he has done nothing to discourage his fan base from committing behavior that, even among the hive of scum and villainy that YouTube fan bases can be, makes him look like the worst of all.
Hmm.
It's like, hey, these other guys may be completely racist, homophobic douchebags, but at least they stick to their own fan base. At least they're not infecting other channels.
All right, folks. I think Dave and I have rambled and we're getting back in the saddle a little bit, but hey, this wasn't too bad. So, if you want to do another one, whether tomorrow or next week, I got one for you. Would you like to hear what it is?
Sure.
All right. It might be story time. I think I might have told you this before. I may or may not. I don't remember. You remember I told you a story about the time I was a bail enforcement agent?
I remember you saying something about that. I don't think you ever went into a lot of details.
You think I should tell that story tomorrow? Whenever you get in?
Sure.
Yeah. All right. But I will tell everyone that bounty hunting, bail enforcement is not actually like what you see on Dog the Bounty Hunter. Not at all. There's a difference between reality TV and actual reality. You get the idea, right?
Reality TV is an oxymoron. I will forever live and die by that phrase.
Mm-hmm. All right, everyone. We're not quite back in the saddle, but we will be tomorrow. Have a good one.